Hello everybody and welcome back to LEGO Empire, and in today's video we have part 10 of Ask the Empire. Now, it has been, I believe, 2 weeks since the last episode was uploaded on YouTube, so I apologize for that. I kind of skipped out on a week or two in between there, so sorry if you guys missed that last week. I kind of did too. I was just working on a few bigger videos, and there are more big videos coming soon. But I had a day today that I can actually, record this. So, without further ado, let's get right into this. So the first question we have is from @DSL Building Productions, and he asks, Ask the Empire, if you could put one LEGO Star Wars set into existence, or back into existence, what would it be? Now, I'm going to skip out on the first part of that question. There's a billion sets I would love to exist in LEGO Star Wars. But there's one set I have in mind. You might think it's a little bit of a weird choice that I want it to be back on shelves. It is it's from Star Wars Rebels. It's the Imperial, weird cargo craft. I don't know what the exact name for the ship is called. But the actual LEGO Star Wars set is super duper expensive on the aftermarket, because there is a Sabine helmet in that set that's exclusive to the set, and that marks up the set, $100. Plus, the minifigure selection of the set also brings a price up a little bit, because there's Agent Callus in this set, I believe, and he's a pretty pricey minifigure, all things considered. So I would just love for this set to be back on shelves. I believe it was around $100 to $140, somewhere in there. I would love to pick it up for that price. Even, especially if it's on sale or something. I just think it'd be cool to have a few of those and mod them so I can pick up my ATDT or ATSTs, and that'll just be a cool video to make. But I want to make it at some point, but I'm just saying, the video would be a heck of a lot easier to make if I could get the set in hand for, half the price it is now. But that's the one set I would bring back into existence. Thank you for your question. And next up, we have @BrickBosque Ask the Empire, what is your opinion about the new Captain Rex Y-Wing Microfighter? Now, I think I made a video about this set because it is a little bit controversial, because if anyone was investing in the Captain Rex minifigure, because LEGO stated that Captain Rex was exclusive to the UCS vendor, and people were, stockpiling those, getting a lot of those, and it was costing them a lot of money, obviously, because the vendor is an expensive set. That's unfortunate. But overall, I think it's a wonderful microfighter. Great way to get an amazing Captain Rex minifigure. Makes a fan favorite minifigure affordable for most people. And then next up, we have @NoName Productions 39 Ask Empire, do you think LEGO Star Wars would be better and more accurate if old Kirk Christensen was still CEO of LEGO? Now, I didn't know right away who Kirk Christensen was, but as soon as I searched him up, it started to ring a bell. He's the guy who created LEGO as we know it. All of these LEGO Star Wars sets here. This set would not be possible without Kirk Christensen. Unfortunately, he passed many years ago. But if he were still around, would LEGO Star Wars be better than it currently is? Or would it not? And I don't know much about Kirk Christensen, okay? I don't know exactly what kind of guy he was. I don't know everything about him. I don't even know his life story. I don't know any of that. But I do know one thing. I know he created LEGO. And since he chose a career path with toys, you could say he probably liked children. And I think that's a good quality, okay? If you like children and you're inventive enough to create something like the LEGO building bricks we all know and love today, I think you would have no problem being more creative than most LEGO Star Wars sets are nowadays. Now, there are definitely quite a few LEGO Star Wars sets that don't really have a problem and are pretty good and pretty creative, and they have nice building techniques, and they don't really, cheap out on anything. But there are also other sets that definitely do. And I think Kirk Christensen would really, he would add some more creativity to the theme, right? I get LEGO likes to reuse things because from a business perspective, it makes sense to, reuse an old minifigure for this new set. For example, the Captain Rex Microfighter. LEGO could have came out with a new Captain Rex, or it could be the same Captain Rex, different facial expression. However, LEGO reused the exact same one from the vendor. Maybe if Kirk Christensen was around, he would recognize that people would be kind of annoyed that LEGO stated it was an exclusive minifigure in the UCS vendor, and then they release it in a $13 set a year later. Maybe Kirk Christensen would prevent that, maybe not. Like I said, I'm not too sure, but I do know he's probably a pretty creative guy and pretty inventive guy if he created LEGO as we know it. Thank you for your interesting question. That's one of the most interesting questions I've ever gotten on the channel. So thank you very much for that question. And then next up we have okay, I'm going to butcher this name. The Plas Bricks 104th ask the Empire, will LEGO remake the Wolfpack Troopers or give us a Wolfpack Battle Pack? Now, I feel like I'm always answering this question, right? When is New Commander Wolf coming out? When is the Wolfpack returning? Do you think we're going to get a Wolfpack gunship? Yeah, I think we are, all right? 2025 to 2026, we're going to get Wolfpack. I'm calling it here, all right? You look back on this video, if you are watching this 2 years later and we have Wolfpack Clone Troopers in LEGO, I called it, okay? It just has to happen. LEGO is running out of popular legions to do that aren't Wolfpack. I think Wolfpack are one of the fan-favorite Clone Trooper legions, and it's bound to happen pretty soon. So, like I say, every other Ask the Empire, when people ask this, yeah, I think we're getting the Wolfpack pretty soon here, within the next year or two. Thank you for your question, even though I get them all the time. I appreciate it. Next up, we have at Flagmaster21, Ask the Empire, what got you into Star Wars, and what was the first Star Wars movie you watched? Very good question. I really had to think about this. In fact, I'm still thinking about it. So what got me into Star Wars? My mom's friend got me into Star Wars, if I remember correctly. Or, okay, it was one of two things. It was either my mom's friend introduced it to me because we watched a Star Wars movie, or it was when my family first got Netflix. And this is back, I don't even know what year this was, but when we first got Netflix, we looked for a Star Wars movie to watch, and all Netflix had at the time was Star Wars: The Clone Wars. That's what got me into Star Wars and Clone Wars, possibly. Or it was my mom's friend that got me into Star Wars, and that's why I wanted to watch a Star Wars movie on Netflix, but stumbled across The Clone Wars, which was definitely the happiest and luckiest mistake we could have ever made. So it's one of those things. And then also, what was the first Star Wars movie I watched? It was probably one of the original trilogy movies, okay? It was either, I want to say it was either A New Hope or Empire Strikes Back, for sure. I'm pretty sure those are the first two movies we watched at my mom's friend's house. So, yeah, pretty certain it was one of those movies. Wish I had a better idea so I could say for certain, but I'm 99% sure it was one of those two movies. Anyway, that's going to do it for part 10 of Ask the Empire. Hope to get more of these out. I mean, I feel like I've made way more than 10 of these videos, so hopefully I can keep the schedule going. I'm going to try not to miss any more weeks, even, around Christmas time. I'm going to try to make one of these videos for you all. Anyway, thank you all for your questions, and if you want your question answered, leave it in the comments below. If it's a good question, I'm going to use it in the next video, but don't take any offense if I don't choose it, because either I already answered that question in the past, or there's just not enough questions to go around for that one video, or not enough time to go around for that video for me to answer all the questions. So, with that being said, hope you all enjoyed today's video. Leave a like if you did. Again, comment down below any questions you may have. And with that being said, I will see you all in the next video. Have an amazing day. Peace out.